If I had to pick one thing to prepare for, to be ready, it's an economic collapse. Simply put, we can't keep printing money and not expect the consequences because of this. In fact, our loan that we owe, the money we owe for this debt, is more than we actually pay for our entire defense budget every single year. And the thing is, we see economic collapses happening all the time in our modern times. Argentina in the early 2000s, Zimbabwe, late 2000s, Greece and Venezuela in the 2010s, Lebanon, Sri Lanka, Russia, Iceland, Turkey. And some have been complete collapses, some are not so much. But either way, they do happen again in a modern time. So it's something we have to be very concerned about. And unfortunately, America is heading in that direction. And that's what this video is about. There are warning signs. In fact, I'm going to give you 22 warning signs that show we're heading for a collapse. And here's the thing. I want you to keep track. I think some of these warning signs are happening right now. And the more they do happen, the more of these warning signs we see, the greater chance we're going to see a collapse, because it's rarely something that happens overnight, but it slowly happens and then more and more. And eventually we're going to find it right in front of our faces. So we have to be ready. Number one, prices change constantly. And it's interesting. We always think about inflation and such, and that's certainly what we're seeing now. Grocery inflation is unbelievable. And I'm sure you're experiencing the same thing, but it's not just that, but we're seeing fluctuations in prices, which shows that markets are unstable. That's something we have to look at. Number two, shrinkflation. Now, shrinkflation is you open up a bag of chips, whatever the case may be, and there's barely anything in there. They try to come across that you're getting the amount you used to, but you're getting less and less, which is less bang for your buck. And of course, combined with inflation too. Number three, everyone starts repairing instead of replacing. And that's so tough because in our times that we have right now, they try to make everything disposable. They don't want you to be able to repair it, but you can repair a lot of stuff. In fact, I made one video a long time ago of how to simply clean a shelf in my refrigerator. And that video is done incredibly well because people want to know how to fix stuff now instead of simply replacing it. The manufacturers want you to replace it, but again, eventually people can't afford to do that. Number four, used goods become gold. They become very valuable. And we start seeing a drastic increase in things like Facebook Marketplace. Not only selling, but people buying. Things disappear quickly off there because people need it. Garage sales, thrift stores all become gold mines. Discount stores become the new normal. And I like discount stores. I showed one the other day about a store nearby called L&W, but things like Ollie's and such do very well because they have a lot of discontinued stuff. And people, it really is not a matter of luxury. They have to shop there because again, the bang for their buck has disappeared. Same thing with vacations. Vacations and entertainment quietly disappear or shift into things that are free. Like it used to be, let's go to, I'll just say this facetiously, let's go to the Hilton on the beach and we actually enjoy a nice vacation, but maybe instead let's go camping. And that's what you see is a lot more people doing things like camping and stuff, which is great for preppers, by the way, but it's made so literally the bang for your buck is there. You could save money by making very cheap vacations. Here's a big one. You guys ready for this? I think for this group here that watches this channel, this one's going to really hit home. Adult children move back home because they can't afford living on their own. And not to mention, I mean, it used to be back in the day, everybody lived in one household to share in the chores, sharing the expenses, etc. But multi-generational households are something that drastically increases during collapse situations. Not to mention pawn shops and places like that start becoming very crowded because people can't afford to keep things. They can't afford to buy stuff. So they start selling it, put it on marketplace, but not everybody buys stuff on there because the money's kind of scarce. So what do? They sell it at pawn shops. That everything just to pay the bills, by the way. A lot of times it's just food because food banks, number 9, have also record demand. In fact, run out of food. In the last few years, we've been seeing this, by the way. Food banks who normally have a lot of food for stuff are starting to run out. With that, home gardens become very popular. But the problem with that is you start going to the store to get things like seeds or fertilizer, whatever you need for your home garden, and that stuff sells out quickly because people try to start growing their own food. Again, great for self-sufficiency, but it makes it more difficult for everybody. Number 11, this is sad. Pet surrenders increase. People can't afford to keep their pets, so they take them to the shelters, and the shelters start becoming overwhelmed and full. So much to the point where a lot of times shelters will try not to even take the animals. So number 12, we always see this in economic collapses. Animals start running rampant in the areas. We see packs of dogs, for example, going through areas because people can't keep them. They just let the dogs free and off they go. Have you seen that? That's kind of a scary thought. Number 13, businesses start increasing, locking everything up. We still live in a part of Michigan where it's like old school Michigan, which is kind of nice. I keep everything locked up in security cameras and everything. I just don't trust people. But we see it businesses, which in the past they were kind of like relaxed about it, are starting to lock up more because more and more we're going to have problems with crime. It goes right along with number 14, police response. It gets slower. Police would get more overwhelmed. Why? Because there's more crime, but also because people can't afford to pay taxes. They're not making as much. The taxes aren't being paid. So therefore, the cities have to let go of some of the officers during a time when there's more crime. And so therefore, a lot of people have to take matter in their own hands and try to make their businesses and their homes more secure. On that same note, since there's not as much taxes, infrastructure also starts to become neglected. This is where you really start to see it, by the way. We start seeing collapses. There's more potholes in the roads. I mean, Michigan's a land of potholes, but parks start becoming trash. Nobody's cleaning up anymore. Nobody's keeping the grass cut. Buildings start breaking down. The infrastructure, sidewalks cracked. More and more, instead of actually looking like a new city, wherever you're at, even suburbs and country, it becomes more and more like it's been simply like third world country. That's one of the biggest things we start seeing. 16, banks will start limiting access to your money. Money starts inflating, or deflating, I should say, but because inflation, and it makes it so you can't get your money out. We definitely saw that in the past, haven't we? And with that, 17, this one's a huge one. Cash becomes king. Start using cash for everything until it isn't. Because as the dollar collapses, cash at first will become king. People don't want to pay for anything else. It's got to be through cash. But eventually, the cash becomes worthless. And then bartering kicks in. Bartering's huge, by the way. So much so that in my Ninja binder, chapter 39, I have a whole section devoted to finances and bartering. Bartering's huge. It's something you may want to seriously consider. And it's not just bartering tangible goods, as I say in the binder, but bartering skills. Skills is the key. That's why we get into number 18. And here's why. Skilled workers will leave areas. So if you have a specific area that's actually getting hit a lot worse than others, maybe you live in that area, the professionals like doctors, nurses, engineers, mechanics, electricians, all those will start moving to other areas trying to make more money. And now suddenly in your area, you have a very huge lack of people and skills. Skills are becoming lacking anyway, as a lot of people don't want to go into that area. Cars for sale everywhere. Cars are ridiculously expensive, especially like the big pickup trucks or luxury cars. People buy them. And as the economy is going down, inflation continues, they realize, what did I do? So they'll try to turn around and sell the cars. And unfortunately, these are not like good, old, dependable cars. These are like the top of the top cars, which nobody can afford. Next, trust begins to erode. This is where it starts getting serious. Banks, governments, media, even businesses, people become very distrustful, and there's going to be more problems because of that. 21, homeless skyrockets. Start seeing tent cities popping everywhere. Back in the Great Depression, they did a lot of hobo camps, but people are now doing it with more modern stuff like having tents and stuff. We're already starting to see that, aren't we? Certain cities are having major tent cities. And then 22, the worst of the worst. Because of the hunger, every civilization whose collapse has seen this, the hunger is the catalyst for a massive collapse. As you see more and more people hungry, people start saying, what are we doing this for? As you have certain people who are still making a lot of money, and they're like, look, we just want food. And therefore unrest happens because of this. Hunger is always that catalyst. Again, the Ninja Binder talks about all this. If you want to pick it up, there's a link below. It's still on sale. That's great. But either way, guys, here's 22 things. And I'm going to ask you again, out of these 22 things, how many are we seeing right now? Have you been keeping track? I'm not going to say we're seeing all 22, but we're definitely seeing a lot of them. And every year, more and more increasing. Because again, an economic collapse is not usually a smack in the face, quick thing that happens. It's usually very gradual. And personally, I think we're heading that way in America. What do you think? Put it in the comments below. As always, everybody, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.